Again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. Oh no, I put my glasses down. Darn. There they are. Excellent. So this is a really long piece of that huge ball chain that I found in the house that was being liquidated. And I might use it. What I want to do, other than wonder why that's there, let's start there. Let's start right there. What I want to do is make some puddles again and play with what happens to those puddles when I do things to them, like add more colors or let them drift around. I do want edge catcher, which I have buried under bottles, and I do have, and it's stuck down. Okay, well, for right now, I'm going to just use that to cover. I've decided that I don't need my circles to be round, I just need them to be interesting, my puddles. And I don't want to over tip too much because I'm pretty sure that I need the thickness of the paint in order to be able to do anything interesting as far as chain goes. Let me grab a smaller piece, smaller piece of ball chain, like so. Because you need the heavy paint to be able to make the patterns. But if I don't spread it out far enough, soon enough, I won't have much choice in how things go because I want to add more colors desperately. And I know that they will change, everything will change. So I'm going to try and force myself out of my comfort zone. I feel like crossing them over. This is really quite the wicked experiment for me because I'm just giving myself permission to use colors I like in random places and then expecting paint will come out of the bottle. And it doesn't matter that it comes out in a little spurt anymore because I'm not freaking out that things aren't symmetrical. I'm expecting them to be different. Pretty sure as long as I'm quick and my paint is heavy, I can still get something I'm interested in. I'm not sure about going all the way around on every one of these. I do want some gold in every one of them, but I think I can add some of that after. I am going to bring this edge catcher up so that if I have paint that's dropping out, it looks like I'm going to lose some of my striations up there, but I can put them back in again. I can add just more white paint around the edge and continue to dip back into it. If they happen to run into each other, so much the better. And paint will lead paint, so every time I add a little something that's new, it will morph toward the thing that I'm tipping it toward. I really don't have any experience with how this is going to work, but I'm still willing to give it a try. And if they merge up, that's okay. I'll learn to live with it. Because the first puddly ring was tilted, it spread out the paint just that much more. I see that thing that does not belong in there. Come here. I have tweezers. I should remember I have tweezers. I also have black. And not only that, I have other colors. So let's do the other colors thing. and keep tilting and see what we get. We're just playing with making a pattern by tilting the canvas and using colors we like, and potentially using chain also. I have to get a new black bottle because I cut the tip way, way, way too big. I like the drips, but I'm not sure that I'm embracing them fully yet. And I haven't figured out how to do puddles and keep my negative space. I mean, I have a little bit, but I don't have nearly enough in my opinion. This is an Anita's white metallic that I often call pearl. And I'm just adding interesting shapes and knowing that if I'm fast enough, like I said, and I keep my paint heavy enough, that I'll have a chance to put chain in there again, and if I want to. I kind of want something over here, and I haven't played with nearly enough of that green gold. And I want it to be pretty heavy. I also want to combine it with the minty green. Those are both from Color Shift. Excuse me, from Folk Art. They're Color Shifts. And this is definitely about, oh, it's about paint coming out of bottles in a big stream and messing my head up. Alright, so just as long as I remember that that black paint is dangerous, I can probably manage it. Kind of want to go this way first, but I haven't made up my mind completely. If I go that way first, then I will spread things toward the corner, which is maybe something I want to do. All this is in preparation for potentially using chain, but you know me, and I can change my mind in a heartbeat and decide that something as cool as it is should not be changed. Let that gold run right down there, and maybe everything right off. I'm relying on the colors to get me through. Sometimes I'm looking at the shapes, sometimes I'm looking at the colors. I'm going to tap off the bottom of that edge of that canvas on my cloth, and I'm going to look at my shape. I'm sure somebody, starting with my husband, is seeing some kind of monster buried in there. Hopefully not. That would be nice for a change. I really like adding the white negative space, and I think it's time to give myself permission to just come in with a, no, well, a little is fine for right now. I'm not going to go all the way there. Ooh, I want to use more of that color. That is a wonderful color. And every time you add, what is that thing? You can go now. Go thing. Oh, I've got 1:50 seconds, so this is going to be part 1 and part 2, I'm thinking definitely. I want some blue. This is, I said this was an 18 by 24 inch canvas, I hope. That's a Color Shift I don't get to use enough of. And here's that purple that I loved. And I really want some Prussian blue. And now I'm just being flagrantly out there because I want to create something that looks like a good thumbnail for part 1. Come out. Gesundheit. Yeah, there's a lot of pollen here. Guess who's allergic? I want that to go a little bit that way. I'm not pouring donuts anymore. And I do want to put the chain in. I really, really do. I promise. Anyway, when that timer goes off, oh really? I have 6 minutes left? I misread the timer. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy. Cool. We still got time for chain maybe. And to look and see what I might want. And I just made up some new pink. Do I want any of it in there? I guess we'll find out. That's not bothering me. And less is more until I figure out where it's going and what it's going to do. But I will use triple colors when I add my chain, if I'm still going to do that at all. So by tipping the wrong way first, I run whichever color I want to run the other way into, yes, I'm way over here. I need that edge catcher back on my tile so you guys can see what I'm doing. Anything that comes off on my edge catcher, by the way, is fair game for me. I can scrape any and all of it off and use it like so. Where's my spatula? Let's grab some of that edge catcher paint. Put it right there. There we go. That's cool. I don't know why I can't keep my bottles back where they belong. Whoop. Good catch. My torch went over. My paints are going over. I've got bottle tops where they don't belong. Just a moment. Alright, so I don't know how much further I want to go. I want something down here and I want it to be mostly black and white. And since I see I have fingerprints, I'm inclined to cover them up first. And you can see I'm actually starting out with a misshapen puddly ring. Do I want some of that pink in there? I know I want some gold. It's a strange combination, but I guess roses are pink and green, right? So it shouldn't be a problem. Alright, time to try and... oh, that's going in the bucket. Let it all go the wrong way. A couple different wrong ways. Then back the other way. Trying to save my paint. Trying to wipe paint onto my tripod. Going on the diagonal. Alright, so now this should be my last one, I think. The Prussian blue, which is what I'm using now. It's a Grumbacher, mine is, but it could be anything. I've used others and they're all pretty similar. It's also not coming out very nicely. That, as I said before, is Anita's White Pearl. I didn't keep using enough of this beautiful color shifting blue. And I do kind of want that to all go that way. So I'm going to give myself plenty of black right there. Tip it in, tip it back. Try not to annihilate those beautiful little tiger cells, or excuse me, leopard cells. And I see what I want. Is that green for sure. And I have some more of it right over here. And another spatula. These are Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas, and that's my number one. And I'm just peeling that paint right up off my edge catcher because it's still nice and moist. I'm not going to wipe off. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Okay, my timer's in the way. Now I got a minute left. It's time, almost time to do chain. And I want this to come down here. Sorry. Momentary lapse. So you guys are going to be gone in a few minutes. I might as well tell you now what I'm going to tell you. If you don't come back for part 2, you ought to check out my website as one of the 4 end screen squares, because there's cool stuff there, and you can find my Instagram link there. You can also find my Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter links underneath the video at the bottom of the description, underneath the paint pouring recipe, and my Amazon link, which is directly under the video. Let's see if I need any white pearl. And I can always add any color I need after this. I have GAC 800 in all my paints, so even if I leave my paints heavy, they should not crack. I really wanted some other blue, and I think I just found it. Oh, I got a big green heart. All right, I got 2 minutes, which means it's really playtime. Come out. It is if things will come out. So I'll tell you. Oh, please come out. No, you're not coming out. And I want that. I got something. Maybe it's not supposed to come out. Okay, fine. Sometimes it's good to take a hint, I guess. So, where was I? I have no idea where I was. I like that better. So maybe that was a good hint. I am going to go ahead and take a chance on blending some things in together, as long as my paint bottles are out of the way. I may have to go back and steal a few. I may have to go back and add a little more paint. In the areas that obviously require it, because I'm basically dry brushing with the chain. Maybe not. Could be okay. And there is plenty of paint, which means I can really drag this quite a ways. And then there's the need for tweezers that I put somewhere. That's got to go right now. All right, so I think I said this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida. I give lessons. I sell my artwork. If you want to help me out, shop my Amazon link at no added cost to you. If you're looking for clothing, under the video there's a lot more where that came from. If you just go check it out, click on anything, it'll bring you to my store. I love you guys. There's over 80,000 of you. And and what else? All kinds of things. I think I told you most of them. Oh, there's a contest running every single month. An actual drawing, and for a $10 minimum donation to keep the studio going. That's the other thing I forgot. I love you guys. Thanks for all the great comments. And thank you always for having supported me and gotten me to this place. I really appreciate painting. Even if it's not necessarily living right at the moment, it might be because of you. You guys have inspired the heck out of me. I don't want that green heart to go away. But I am loving this. I don't think you can probably see as far as I am. And I bet you're gone. So I'll check on that right now. And look for a little magenta to go in those pinks.